Today on Board Game Coffee Expresso, we're summoning forth the gods with Power Core, Call of Cthulhu from Board and Dice. Let's do this.
Vincent, get back here this instant! Oh.
Thank you. Oh, I love you too. I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you. Thank you.
Power Core, Call of Cthulhu is a two-player card dueling game inspired by the works of H.P. Lovecraft, so you know it's going to be creepy. Alright, let's start with a little run-through on how the game plays, and then meet back here, because I have a lot to say and I want to keep this short and sweet. This is an Expresso after all. Let's do this. The game comes with a bunch of gods, and each of those gods has its own personal deck of cards, along with an avatar entourage of their very own. Each player selects two gods to play with, sets their avatars up in this plush neoprene waiting room, and shuffles both decks together, merging the power of those gods into one awesome super deck, kind of like a deity dream team. Then, once you have your deck assembled, it's time to beat down on your friends one turn at a time until the combined health total of their selected gods is reduced to 0, and the loser is nothing more than a quivering pile of regret. Now, what's cool is that each god has its own style of play, which is represented in the unique decks, avatars, and abilities that they bring to the table. So, combining two of these gods together can make for some pretty fun and devastating team-ups. Brittany, for example, made a deck that focused on healing and generating shields, a coward's deck if you will. While my deck was focused on hitting hard, removing obstacles, and just overall pissing Brittany off. Now, all that's fine and dandy, but to be honest, it's probably all stuff that you've seen before. What makes Power Core unique is the Power Core system itself. What is the Power Core system? Why, this, of course. You see, when you play a card with one of these Power Core slots, you have to assign a power core to it, at which point these two elements become one. Selecting which power cores you use with the cards you play is vital to your gaming experience, and adds a whole other layer to the game's card play and combat strategy. Power cores activate every turn by rotating them 90 degrees, then triggering whatever is displayed in this topmost wedge. Either damage, shields, healing, or horror, which is the game's currency. Now, if the power core is attached to a card with these bonuses, then you generate extra of whatever is displayed. And if your card has an ability preceded by this X, then you'll need a power core with the same X depicted for it to trigger. Because if you don't, that ability will never trigger, and that would be a waste. Unless it works into your strategy, which it might. Alright, now if everything I've told you so far doesn't get you excited for Power Core Call of Cthulhu, then how about this? As much as I enjoy the game as is, what I'm most excited about is what it can be. Hear me out. And I'd like to prefix the following statement with this. Everything I'm about to tell you now is based on theories and assumptions that I have come up with on my own. I have no inside knowledge of what's happening behind the scenes, only fanboy dreams of what could be. You see, Power Core is a system that could easily be home for other IPs, like Lord of the Rings, Aliens, maybe Predator, or Batman. I mean, why the hell not? He's on everything else. How cool would it be to pair up Gandalf and Dumbledore against, say, Batman and Predator? I mean, the possibilities are endless. Sure, Board and Dice could just as easily make up their own characters for expanding the Power Core universe, but there's so much potential here to pit your favorite characters against each other in some dream team matchups that I can hardly contain the anticipation that I'm building up for myself for something that might not even happen. But it could. And I want to emphasize that this is all unsubstantiated information. But I really hope Board and Dice sees the potential of what they're building here, because I do, and I like it. And if you're into two-player card dueling games, I think you'll like it too. If this sounds like a game you'd be interested in, check out Power Core Call of Cthulhu on Kickstarter. Thanks for joining us. If you like this video and you want to see more, subscribe to our channel. It's the best way to keep up to date with everything we do here at Board Game Coffee. But if you want to see more right now, we got plenty of videos to choose from. And if that's not enough, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I'm Mark Maya, and this is Board Game Coffee. And remember, have fun, keep gaming, be social. See you next week.